Joining me now, NBA Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's an honor to have you on this morning. What do you do with something like that? When you hear John Stockton, one of the great basketball players of all time, say something that's clearly, from outer space. 150 professional athletes have dropped dead on the floor on the pitch. What are you supposed to do with that?
John, I'm having a very hard time hearing you. My audio is not coming through.
If you can hear me, I hope you can hear me. What I was asking you...
Now I can hear you.
Okay. I was asking you about
Yes.
John Stockton. And what do you do
Yes.
with him? What do you do with something like that, that claim that it's just from outer space, that 150 athletes have dropped dead, professional athletes, on the court?
I think statements like that make the public look upon athletes as basically dumb jocks for trying to explain away something that is obviously a pandemic. And the best way to fight pandemics is through vaccination and testing. Those are the means by which we identify the problem and do our best to mitigate it. And I don't understand anyone saying anything else that makes sense. It doesn't make sense what he's saying. This is a preventative measure that has been useful in many different circumstances. I remember when I was a kid and we had to go get polio vaccinated. And some of the kids were like, "It's the needle lady," and they were all scared. But the polio vaccine did a great job in reducing and mitigating the effect of polio on the nation's youth, and was very effective that way. So we have to use common sense and approach this in a way that gets the results that we want.
One thing I struggle with is what he says, what Stockton said, is clearly so just outrageous. Like I said, it's one thing to say, oh, vaccines have side effects. He's going so far beyond that that sometimes I wonder if, we shouldn't even play something like that. What do you think the right way to treat it is?
I think John's reaction to the vaccine is extreme and not based on reality or facts. And if John could just check the facts out, he would understand that this vaccine is saving lives and preventing people from getting serious, having serious reactions to the virus. It won't eliminate the virus overnight, but it will stop people from dying and it will stop people from becoming seriously ill. And this is a great benefit to us, and we have to make use of it.
You've written extensively over the responsibility that you feel that athletes have right now. You've criticized Aaron Rodgers for lying about, well, he said he was immunized instead of saying he was vaccinated. People thought he was misleading the public there. You've been very critical of him. But what role do you think athletes have to play here?
I think athletes have a great role to play because in kids that are in high school, 73% of them see athletes as effective role models and respect what they're doing and listen to what they're saying about various issues. So, I think athletes can do a great amount of good by letting young people know that, hey, go get vaccinated. This is how you protect yourself and your families and the people that you care about. This is how you're able to go to football practice next year, because everybody will be immunized and ready to participate. There are a lot of benefits to this that these people are just ignoring and coming up with this hysterical reaction that has no basis in fact. That's a big problem.
The old Charles Barkley commercial, which is outdated. I think even he would admit it, where he said, "I'm not a role model." You can't live like that anymore, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we can't. There's too many of us living together, and if I want to have a reaction to the COVID situation that is based on ignorance and misinformation, I am harming myself, my family, and the people that I care about, that I work with. every day. These things reach out and touch a lot of people, and it's not fun. You know, I've seen some of my friends deal with this, and it's definitely not fun.
I want to ask you about a project you're working on, which I'm super excited about because it deals with one of my favorite subjects. It's called Black Patriots: History, the Heroes of the Revolution. Among other things, it deals with Crispus Attucks, who may have been the first patriot to die in the American Revolution. What's this about?
Well, I will take an in-depth look at all of the Black Americans that made it possible for the revolution to succeed. There were soldiers, spies, people who helped people escape via the Underground Railroad. All of these people had information that helped George Washington and the Revolutionary Army. Alexander Hamilton kept urging him to say, look, offer freedom to the blacks that aren't fighting right now, and we will solve our manpower shortage problems. But Washington was of two minds throughout the war on this issue. But I get into all of that. I talk about how the British did the same thing, and it was a little bit more successful for the British because they had some place for the freed slaves to go, you know, the West Indies, where they could be employed and not enslaved. And pretty soon after the Revolutionary War, the British eliminated slavery.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I loved watching you play. I love reading what you're writing these days even more. It makes me think always. So thank you so much for what you're doing.
Yeah, and anybody wants to read what I'm writing, it's kareem.substack.com.
It's worth it. Thanks so much, sir.
Thank you.